has reached over 300 cases in Texas, and there's now one case in Washington. We have the latest coming up.
Facebook scams are more common than you think. Affecting students here at UNT, we have the story.
The Mean Green are being forced to migrate for their playoff games despite being the higher seeded teams. We have a look at the season and more right here on North Texas Television.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is ntTV News at Noon.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining ntTV News at Noon. I'm Amanda Villatoro.
And I'm Katie Muncie. Breaking news, the men's head basketball coach Ross Hodge has just announced he will be taking the head coach position at West Virginia. Hodge was 45 and 23 in his 2 seasons, and they're currently in a run for the NIT championship. While he still has to finish out this season, it's expected he'll take players with him when he leaves for West Virginia. We will continue to keep you updated as the story develops.
This morning, the measles outbreak has now reached Washington, D.C. as they have officially declared their first case. The infected person traveled on a train from New York to Washington last Wednesday. Anyone who was on that train at Amtrak Union Station in Washington or at the clinic MedStar Urgent Care Adams Morgan is now at risk of being infected. Health officials are advising anyone who visited these locations to monitor for symptoms.
And back here in the South, the ongoing measles outbreak in Texas, New Mexico, and Oklahoma has reached 355 cases. However, local officials say that number could be an undercount and the virus could continue to spread for months. The majority of cases spread are in Texas. Most of the state's 309 cases are in Gaines County, where the outbreak was first identified. New Mexico has reported 42 cases and Oklahoma has reported 4. Most of the infections have been in people who have not received the measles, mumps, rubella vaccine. Last month, Texas announced the outbreak's first death, a school-aged child who had no underlying conditions and was not vaccinated.
Denton construction continues to change people's typical routes, and the latest is near a plethora of student apartments. Last night, the city of Denton stated that the southbound lanes of Teasley between Dallas Drive and the I-35 frontage road will be closed for emergency road repairs. The closure is due to the water main break that occurred last Thursday. They are expected to reopen by Thursday evening. During repairs, drivers should use Dallas Drive as an alternate route to access I-35.
It looks like warmer weather has officially returned to Denton. However, we might be in some stormy weather this week.
Right, Katie? The first half of this week has been perfect to catch some vitamin D. But will the sunshine stick around, or are we in for a change? Let's check in with our weather anchor, Shelby Wright, for the latest forecast.
Thanks, guys. Look at our current conditions today. We are seeing some mostly cloudy skies with a temperature at 72 degrees and wind speed of 15 miles per hour. And then going into tonight, we're going to still see those cloudy skies that are going to be sticking around for at least a little while, with the temperature going to 75 degrees and that wind speed going down to about 10 miles per hour. And then going into tomorrow, we are going to see still those cloudy skies now. However, that temperature is going to 73 degrees and that wind speed is going to go up a little bit to about 11 miles per hour. Thank you, guys. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Shelby. Unfortunately, this heat is not the only thing on people's radar. There is currently a scam on Facebook Marketplace that you may want to be aware of if you're looking to buy a new car. ntTV reporter Melanie Garcia has a story.
If you're in the market to buy a car, finding one online may help you save money. But with scammers taking advantage of first-time buyers, there may be a few precautions you want to take before purchasing a vehicle.
On Facebook Marketplace, these people are buying these cars who have been completely tampered with. They're not street worthy. They're taking advantage of women, elderly, any college student really. They're taking advantage of these people just to make a few bucks on a car that shouldn't be on the road.
Title jumping and tampering with the odometer are common within vehicle scammers, with intentions to hide the vehicle's true condition.
When I received the Carfax from these individuals, it was completely altered. I don't know how they did it. They completely altered the Carfax. The mileage on the title does not match the odometer, and the title doesn't match the Carfax. What is going on?
So the next time you're purchasing a second-hand car, be sure to search the VIN number. This allows you to check the vehicle's history. The title status could be salvaged, clean, or rebuilt. Regardless, the title should match with the VIN number. Be sure the owner of the car matches the name on the title to avoid any title bonds. And beware of any lights on the dash being tampered with, as scammers try to hide any evidence of maintenance the vehicle may need.
The VIN number should be located on the inside of your driver's side door. There is also an OBD code scanner if you want to make sure no codes have been deleted on the vehicle you are trying to purchase.
The Mean Green hit the road in an unexpected scheduling conflict. We have the latest coming up.
And the music department is recognizing a professor who is taking a new life path. We have the story. Stay with us.
The men's and women's basketball teams are flying high through the postseason, but a scheduling conflict has hampered their route to a championship.
Our reporter Jay Lathan is at the Super Pit with more on the story. Jay.
Thanks, ladies. The Mean Green no such thing as a home field advantage right now, as a scheduling overlap between the university and the athletic department is forcing both basketball teams to play away elimination games despite being the higher seeded teams in the NIT and the WNIT respectively. The men's team was slated to play Oklahoma State in their quarterfinal match, but instead had to play in Stillwater last night due to a staff lunch being booked for today in the Super Pit. The women's team is playing their Super 16 match against Troy in Alabama because of a two-day dance competition starting Friday. UNT officials state that it's a two-day process to set up the Super Pit for the dance competition and an extensive setup luncheon. Athletic Director Jared Mosley said they were unable to find a suitable arena in the area to accommodate the crowd size. Right now, the university owns the Super Pit and made it known to the NIT their availability. So they will not budge due to the long-standing contract with the American Cheer and Drill Dance Team Competition Nationals. The two teams are combined 33-2 at home this year, but both coaches say they prepared their teams for the adversity. We go to Adam C., who is in the nest, to see what makes the Mean Green soar. Adam?
Thanks, Jay. Despite the scheduling mishap, I did get a chance to experience the Mean Green and Ross Hodges final home game from this weekend, and I'd say the game definitely fit the hype. Take a look.
This past Sunday, the National Invitational Tournament, also known as the NIT, had their second round matchup between the Mean Green and the Arkansas State Red Wolves. The contest went back and forth as both teams jockeyed for position. Throughout the first half, both teams went on multiple runs and kept the game close. I'm standing right here outside the Super Pit where the North Texas Mean Green are currently leading the Arkansas State Red Wolves 34-33 heading into the half. Latrell Giselle leads both teams in scoring with 13 points on 5 for 9 shooting off the bench. The Mean Green would begin the half on a 9-0 run, but they'd once again struggle to break away. With 22 seconds remaining, the Red Wolves' Taryn Todd would sink a layup to tie it at 63 apiece. Then, Jasper Floyd would make this game winner. And here's what Jasper had to say about his own heroics.
I seen an open lane, and they got really good length and a really good shot blocker. So I stopped, played off two, and then that shot felt really comfortable.
Coach Hodge had some additional comments on Jasper's game winner.
Tough shot, man. He's been incredible in this run. I talked about after the last game, just how much he does behind the scenes for us and his intangibles and his work ethic. And he's actually, I asked him, I don't know if you guys asked him, it was his first college game winner in his career, and boy, did it come at a big time.
With ntTV News, I'm Adam C.
The Mean Green sure are clutching up at the right time. We'll talk about last night's affair later, but for now, what do you guys have for us at the desk?
Thanks, Adam. Whoa, hold on, Katie. I think I just felt a few raindrops splatter on my head.
Oh my gosh, me too. Is there a leak in the ceiling, or is that just our weather anchor, Shelby Wright, conjuring up a rainstorm? Let's take it back to our weather anchor, Shelby Wright, to see what's going on, Shelby.
Not conjuring up a rainstorm just yet, guys, but thank you. Look at our local weather map today, however. We are seeing some pretty chilly temperatures out here in Sulphur Springs and Paris, Texas, where as we come east, we are slowly seeing those temperatures start warming up, with McKinney going to 70 degrees. Denton is staying at 72 degrees, and as we keep going west and south from there, we are seeing those temperatures rise up to 74 degrees in Dallas and 76 degrees in Fort Worth. Graham is sitting at our highest with 78 degrees. Going to our statewide map, we are seeing chilly temperatures up in Amarillo, with it saying at 70 degrees. Slowly temperatures warming up as we come east, with Oklahoma City saying at 74. And as we go south of Amarillo at Abilene, we are seeing it set at 78 degrees. Out in West Texas, El Paso is sitting at a high 77 degrees. And if we go down to Austin and Houston, we are seeing both of those sitting at 79 degrees. Going to our 7-day forecast, we are seeing some rain is going to be coming soon later this week, with those rain percentages going up and down. The high weather is going to 78 degrees on Thursday and 69 degrees on Friday, with cloudy skies for both of those days. Going into Saturday, we are seeing a pretty low chance of rain at 15%, with partly cloudy skies and that temperature going up to 84 degrees. And then on Sunday and going into next week, we are seeing, once again, those temperatures are just going to kind of flip-flop, with our high of 78 on Sunday, high of 69 on Monday, and high of 78 degrees on Tuesday, with partly cloudy skies for all 3 of those days. Thank you guys very much. If you plan on going anywhere in the rest of this week, I'd recommend bringing an umbrella with you. Thank you guys. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Shelby. UNT isn't just known for its iconic Mean Green teams.
That's right, Amanda. The UNT Music Department is nationally recognized for its award-winning and esteemed program. We're now recognizing one professor who is taking a new life path. Katie Brackens has a story. Katie.
Thank you, guys. Rodney Booth, award-winning professional musician and principal lecturer for the College of Music, is retiring from the university after 20 years. In 1978, he began to study jazz at the university, which was one of the only colleges at the time that offered a bachelor's in jazz study. He finished his degrees at the university in 1982. He immediately started working with various artists in the industry. creating jingles for CNN and ESPN, and conducting for over a decade while still being a guest soloist. He was hired by the university as a senior lecturer in 2004. He would teach over 14 courses in his 20 years here at the university, eventually becoming a principal lecturer. In retirement, he wants to travel more, work on music projects, and spend time with his wife. He says he will continue to play gigs with his 7-piece band and at wedding receptions. Congratulations on your retirement, Rodney. The College of Music will miss you. That's all I have for you guys today. Back to you guys at the desk.
Texas has been feeling a bit dry these past few weeks, and it's impacting vital resources. We have the details coming up.
And I got an exclusive look into UNT's latest theater production. I have the story right after this.
All right, look up here. 1, 2, 3.
Mom, Dad, I got it.
You're right, Mom. I have. I wonder what's on the radio today. I don't know about this. This is not it.
Everything alternative, commercial free. 88.1 Indie.
Here at KNTU, we have 2 traditional stations, 88.1 Indie and KNTU Jazz. We've also recently launched an internet radio station called Mean Green Hits. If you want to hear more, you can check us out at MediaNorthTexas.com.
That was pretty good.
I use Flex to buy my favorite snacks.
I use Flex to get me through my mornings.
I use Flex at my favorite campus restaurants. I love how Flex is a cashless payment method
And can be used at all campus dining venues.
So, how do you use Flex?
Are you looking for a fun club with travel opportunities? Dive into the UNT Swim Club. Practicing Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Pole Recreation Center. We accept members at any skill level. For more information, reach out to us at unt.swimclub on Instagram.
UNT offers a variety of artistic shows ranging from our iconic 7 o'clock lab band to our esteemed theater department. Over the weekend, I got to go behind the scenes of UNT's upcoming production of Cabaret. Let's take a look.
At the University of North Texas, actors are bracing the stage for an unforgettable performance that is sure to leave a lasting impression on their audience.
Cabaret is based in 1930s Berlin. It takes place right at the rise of Nazi Germany, and it follows a few very eclectic characters in the show, but its main theme revolves around, the hopelessness that the Holocaust is about to bring.
I hope the audience at least goes in with an open mind and understands what its true meaning is without getting too much into it all. The show is very deep, it's very relevant and current to today, and so I hope that they go in and understand what the show really is about.
Despite the glitz and glamour, Cabaret explores love and loss through the lenses of pre-World War II Germany. As characters attempt to navigate their lives through this drastic change, it serves as a painful reminder of past history.
I think there's a reason this show is on the West End currently and on Broadway and being performed for huge audiences around the world and in small theaters in America. It's why we're doing it today. I mean, this show is incredibly prevalent to our world now, and I think that can't go unnoticed.
As the world kind of burns around you, if you aren't trying to put out the flame, you're fanning it.
With ntTV News, I'm Katie Muncie.
Such a powerful show. I am so excited to go see it. If you are interested, show dates are April 10th through the 13th. You can find tickets on unt.universitytheater.com. And the Texas environment has been hit hard these past few weeks with high wildfire dangers and continuous dry weather. Some regions are still being hit harder than others, but our weather anchor, Amanda Viltora, has more on this. Amanda?
Thanks, Katie. Texas is no stranger to droughts, but this year's dry spell has hit especially hard. One area feeling the impact is the Choke Canyon Reservoir near Corpus Christi, Texas. This is a critical water source now facing alarmingly low levels. A CNN reporter has more of the story.
Choke Canyon Reservoir at Three Rivers is no stranger to dry spells, but this time it's different and much more severe. After months of drought, the water level is far below where it should be.
This ramp is normally floating when the lake is up. We've actually run out of cable to be able to lower it down to the water. You can see it's now sitting on the bank. When I started out here 3.5 years ago, the water was right at the bottom of these rocks here on the rock jetty here.
I've never seen this lake this low before.
Recreational fisherman Eugene Wilson has been fishing at Choke Canyon for 40 years. He's doubtful rain will make much of a difference.
See, the bad thing about it, that little bit of rain, you got lakes above this lake to fill up first. That's the bad thing, and this lake's gonna be down the line. I don't know, I hope and pray it makes a difference, but I don't think it will.
We've had months, years of dry weather. It's going to take months to recover. So while one thunderstorm complex, it's favorable, it will produce some local short-term relief. We really need long-term pattern changes.
For ranchers like Cooper Hughes, any rain is welcome, but it's not entirely in nature's hands.
There's a water crisis coming up, and if the good Lord let it rain, that'd be great.
As the community waits for relief, faith has become just as vital as the weather. Outside Sacred Heart Catholic Church, a sign reads, "Prayers are in season." The parish priest, who didn't want to go on camera, told me it's a time for people to reflect and repent.
Hopefully the city of Three Rivers, Texas will see some much needed rainfall in the coming months to help replenish the Choke Canyon Reservoir. Until then, the community will continue to navigate the challenges of this ongoing drought. And here in Denton, Keep Denton Beautiful is calling for volunteers to help keep the city in tip-top shape. There are so many opportunities to get involved, starting with the Great American Cleanup this Saturday, March 29th from 9 to 11 a.m. Then on Saturday, April 5th, volunteers can roll up their sleeves for Adenia Garden Workday from 9 to 11 a.m. If you're looking to make an impact midweek, there's a cigarette litter cleanup on Tuesday, April 15th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And for those wanting to mix fun with community service, the Denton Red Bull Festival is happening on May 4th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Make sure to sign up today and be a part of a better tomorrow. That's all I have here. Back to Katie Muncie at the desk.
Thanks, Amanda. It looks like spring sports is officially in full spring. Our sports anchor, Adam C., has more details on this season's sports. Adam.
That's right, guys. The Mean Green played a tough one in Stillwater last night, and many are wondering how the Rangers are going to look for the upcoming opening day. I have all that and more after this.
Craving something fresh, flavorful, and made just for you? Look no further than Avesta, your go-to destination for a delicious, full-service dining experience. Dive into our customizable omelets, expertly crafted by our talented cook Jonathan, who guarantees every bite is perfection. All our dishes are handmade, prepared with only the freshest ingredients. Explore our assembly line where you can choose from any of our globally inspired dishes, or customize your plate. It's that easy. And let's not forget dessert. Indulge your sweet tooth with treats from Clark Bakery. With convenient payment methods including card or flex, it's the perfect dining spot for any occasion. Quench your thirst with our wide selection of drinks. Just hand your drinking card to our friendly waiter, and they'll bring your beverage of choice right to your table. When you're done savoring every last bite, our attentive staff will whisk away your tray. Enjoy the peaceful ambiance as you dine in, or use our takeout option for a meal on the go. Avesta.
Last night, North Texas men's basketball pulled off a close 61-59 victory against the Oklahoma State Cowboys. The Mean Green would pull away early in the first half with guards Atten Wright and Rondell Walker combining for 15 of their 27 first half points. However, the Cowboys would claw back in the second half, bringing it within 2 points in the last 30 seconds. Then, time would stop for many Mean Green fans when Oklahoma State guard Khalil Brantley would drain a triple as time expired that would have put the Cowboys up 62-61. However, Cowboys coach Steve Lutz would call an ill-timed timeout, negating the insane play from Khalil Brantley. They'd get one more three-point attempt from Brandon Newman, but it would fall short. And with this win, the Mean Green advanced to the semifinals and will play the winner of familiar foe UAB or UC Irvin. And moving on to baseball, it's almost time for opening day. Tomorrow the Rangers will begin their 162-game season, but they will be missing a few familiar faces. Starting pitcher Dane Dunning, a huge part of the 2023 team that captured a chip, was outright waived, which means that any of the other 29 teams in the league can claim and assume his meager $2.66 million salary. Now, there is a slim chance that the Rangers could outright him to the minor leagues if he goes unclaimed, but that's a very long shot. Also missing from tomorrow's opening day will be 22-year-old Evan Carter. Despite a great couple seasons under his belt, Full Count Carter will begin the 2025 season in AAA in Round Rock. Team president Chris Young said that the move was made because of Carter's struggles in spring training, and the hope is that Carter will become the best version of himself with a temporary change of scenery. Well, that's all I have for sports. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks, Adam. Amanda, have you ever tried running a mile?
A mile? Girl, I struggle all the time to even walk up a flight of stairs.
Well, one local group in Texas is preparing to run 200 miles from Gonzales to Houston in the Texas Independent Relay Race. Michelle Jones, the founder of Wings of Texas, say that the spread of inclusion is their goal. Wings of Texas is a nonprofit that assists individuals with disabilities and promotes inclusion. They have been participating in TIR for the past 9 years, but since then their team has grown. Michelle says runners will come up to them after the team to let them know they've inspired them to keep going. The team will take off Friday, March 28th to Gonzales. They will start the race around 6 a.m. Saturday, March 29th and finish that Sunday. I can't even run a mile, much less 200 of them.
Kudos to that group for taking on such a massive goal. We hope that you guys have a great journey.
Thanks for watching ntTV News at noon.
Join us again tonight at 6 and tomorrow at noon here on North Texas Television.